Hello Stampers and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to show you a very elegant card that's also quick and easy that I made with the beautiful new Spotlight on Nature bundle. Here's a stamp set, really like it. And the dies that go with it are circle dies with all kinds of fun outlines, and I had a lot of fun playing with this stamp set. It's really just one of my favorite in a very long time. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. I have 3 squares that I'm going to cut, stamp, and then cut out. And if you want dimensions of the squares, they are, looks like 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. This one is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and this one is 2 by 2. So there you go. And I want to go ahead and stamp, first of all, the flower on the big one. So I'm using Tuxedo Memento. And I want to go ahead and stamp that one out. There we go. It's really best if you stamp them and then cut them. So I'm going to do the flower. I'm going to do the butterfly. And if you notice, I'm tapping them upside down. I like to do that, especially on the bigger one, so I can see that the ink is on there. Oh, and then thanks. Where is my thanks? Oh, I think it's in the box. All right, well, hold on. Let me go grab it, I guess, if I can find it. There it is. I was about to give it up. All right, thanks, which comes in the stamp set, by the way. Dear friend, thanks. And then these really pretty images. There we go. Okay. I'll set these aside. And I want to go ahead and color. I'm using my stamping blends today, and I'm going to start with my dark smoky slate. I'm going to use a bullet tip and just get some of the veins in the leaves. And I also want to do a little bit of the stem work. Kind of makes it pop a little. Nice. And I guess while I have this color out, I think I'll just hop over to the butterfly, and I'm just going to do some of the interior. All right, now I'm going to take my light smoky slate, and I want to go ahead and do a little bit further up on the butterfly and do the leaves here. I really like cards or images that you can color in. I think they're just a lot of fun and bring out your artistic side. And really, you can do so many different techniques with this stamp set, and I hope to be showing you a few more in the future. But for today, for now, this is what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and pull in the dark fresh freesia and do just some detail work on the flower. I don't know about you, but I am an avid gardener, so I really like the flower stamp sets. I think they're so pretty. And honestly, I think this is one of my favorite colors. So this and pink, probably for flowers. I think they're really pretty shades. Like probably half of my garden is pink flowers. So kind of funny. So I try to get a few different colors so I'm not like all the same. But I do tend to get the pink flowers. So that was pretty quick. And I'm going to just take the color lifter, fix my little boo-boo there. There we go. And I want to finish the the butterfly. So for that, I used Pool Party. And I think I'm going to do the outer, well, honestly, it doesn't really matter. Since I'm not really going to blend it. All right. And I'm just kind of dipping down into that smoky slate, kind of blending the colors. Now I'm using the lighter Pool Party. Is it Pool Party? Yeah, Pool Party. What color is that? And just kind of blending the colors together. If you go over the slate, see how that kind of smooths it all out? And it's that quick. Now all I have to do is bring in my cutting machine and cut the circles out. Oh, and I also need to emboss this, so let me do this. Get this in here. See if we can do all three at once. Maybe we can. There we go. Okay, we got it. All right, now I need to remember which circles I used. And it looks like I used the biggest one for this one. So it looks like I should have shoved the flower over a little more and I didn't, but it'll be all right. The thanks is this size, this one. I guess I should be showing you on here. And then the butterfly was the next one. And I tried to get like different designs on the edges. Like some of these have actually the same design on the edges. Like there's several different of these hatch mark ones. There's actually a total of 4 of those. And there's 1, 2, 3 of the little fleur-de-lis or whatever you want to call them. And it looks like there's 3 of this style, 4 of that style. And yeah, it looks like that's what there is. So I tried to get all the different styles. I thought it was kind of more fun than doing them all the same. So now I just want to make sure my circles are on there good. And there we go. I'll run it through. I don't really like where I placed that flower, so it's probably might get chopped off a little. We'll see what happens with that. Kind of got it too close to the edge, which is kind of easy to do. Oh, I don't want to get rid of this yet. I'm just going to set this aside and grab my specialty plate, pull off the 2 plate, which is this little skinny thing. And I'm going to use the cane embossing folder, cane weave I think is called. And you always, well, it doesn't really matter in this case, but I generally try to make that black Stampin' Up! Be up when I run it through the embossing folder, and then the fold goes towards the mechanism. Otherwise you could crack it, and I've done that before, much to my sad. It's very sad. I had to buy another one. In fact, I did that kind of recently. You would think after being a demonstrator for, I don't know, almost 22 years, I would know better, but oh well. Live and learn and relearn. All right, so there's that. And now the card just comes together super quickly. Grab the circles out. There, it's a little bit into the hash mark, but you know, really you can't hardly tell. It's kind of fun, actually. I don't mind that at all. So just want to throw these circles back on my magnetic sheet. That way I don't lose them. And those of you who have lost your dies know what I'm talking about. Also, they stick to anything magnetic. So I've found them before on the back of my iPad. I found them all kinds of places. So I try to just have good cleanup skills, which really doesn't, kind of goes against my DNA. I'm not going to lie. All right, so this is an 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. I'm using my bone folder to give it a nice crisp edge. I'm going to use my glue, my Tombow, which is right here. And I want so this has an embossed edge and a debossed edge. I almost always go for the embossed edge. I don't think I've ever used the debossed edge, but you could. I just kind of like it the other way. And yeah, this is 5 1/4 by 4, I guess. It might even be more than that. I'm trying to find my ruler, which I'm not having good success with. All right, well, I know I just stuck it over here today, and I can't find it. Isn't that how it always goes? Oh, well, yeah, I think it's actually, I don't know what it is. Sorry. All right, so there, there we go. I want to put the circle on next. And once again, it'd be helpful if I show you what I'm doing. So there you go. And I kind of put it down towards the bottom, but centered on the sides, down towards the bottom, and then get rid of those chads. Now, if you get a lot of this, you can actually take a piece of wax paper and run it through, and it'll get those chads to come out easier. I just didn't do that. I wasn't thinking about it. So there's that one. This one mostly came out. But yeah, if you do that, they'll come out even easier than this. Especially if you're having a problem with it. But that looks good to me. I'm gonna grab some dimensionals, put them on the back of my circles. And you want to do at least 3 for a tripod. You could do 4. Maybe I'll do 4 on the big one. 4 on that little one would be like a lot of dimensionals. And I'm using the full size, not the mini dimensionals, because you kind of need it for this card. All right, and then peel these off. Use your nail. If you don't have your nail, you can use the paddle edge on this to pull them off as well. If you want to, I just use my nails. All right, so I'm going to put that here. Thanks, down here. And of course, you can put any sentiment that you want on your card. I tend to use a lot of thank you cards. It's kind of my go-to. A lot of times I'll make cards and not put sentiments on them. But in this case, it's really a part of the card. So I just went ahead and did it. And should have rotated my flower a little bit more, but oh well, there he goes. All right, then the last thing I did on this card, which I thought was pretty fun, is I took my Pearlized Enamel Effects And this is the white one. And I just put little dots on there, and you know, you can put them wherever you want to. What's fun about these is they stay dimensional when they dry. You don't want to get too big of a circles or they'll like dry and get a little divot in them. So I'm going to do 5 because you want to do odd numbers. Now the thing about these enamel effects is they do take a while to dry, so you really just at this point want to set your card aside and let it dry completely before you touch it, like probably 20 minutes or so. So there you go. I love the Spotlight on Nature. Yeah, go to my Stampin' Up! Store and order the bundle. You won't regret it, and there's a lot you can do with it. Be sure and like my video, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.